What if I told you that accepting a simple gift, something as innocent as a watch, a wallet, or even a beautiful crystal, could secretly be draining your wealth, poisoning your relationships, and attracting misfortune into your life? Sounds unbelievable, right? But throughout history, Buddhist teachings, ancient traditions, and even modern psychology have warned about specific gifts that carry hidden energy. Energy that can either elevate your life or drag you into unseen chaos. You might be wondering, how can a mere object bring bad luck? Here's the truth. Energy is transferred. Every item holds an intention, a history, and a vibration. Accept the wrong one, and you unknowingly invite negativity into your home, your finances, and even your state of mind. The most dangerous part? You won't even realize it until it's too late. Stay with me until the end, because the last item on this list is something nearly everyone has accepted at least once, and it may be the very reason you feel stuck in life. But before we dive in, take a second to like this video and subscribe, because what you're about to learn isn't just fascinating, it's life-changing. Now, let's begin. 10. Second-hand jewelry and accessories. Jewelry holds more than just material value. It carries energy. When you accept second-hand rings, necklaces, or watches as gifts, you're not just receiving an object, you're inheriting the emotions, experiences, and even struggles of the previous owner. Buddhist teachings emphasize the concept of energetic imprint. Every item absorbs the energy of those who have worn it before. If the previous owner went through heartbreak, financial struggles, or even illness, that energy lingers, and it follows you the moment you accept it. Have you ever heard stories of people who received a piece of jewelry only to experience sudden misfortunes afterward? It's not a coincidence. The energy attached to these items can influence your life in ways you don't even realize. But here's the most unsettling part. Jewelry is often passed down from those who have passed away. Many cultures believe that wearing an item from someone who is no longer alive can disrupt your life force energy, causing unexpected health issues or emotional distress. So before you accept that antique ring or family heirloom, ask yourself, what kind of energy am I inviting into my life? But if second-hand jewelry can carry the weight of past misfortunes, what about items that symbolize broken energy? That's where number 9 comes in. 9. Broken or cracked items. At first glance, receiving an old, slightly damaged item might seem harmless. Maybe it's a cracked vase, a chipped mirror, or a broken clock. But in many traditions, including Buddhist and feng shui teachings, accepting broken items as gifts is a direct invitation for misfortune. Why? Because broken things hold broken energy. Think about it. When something is cracked, chipped, or shattered, it no longer functions as it should. In energy terms, this creates a disruption, a stagnation, a blockage. And when you bring that energy into your home, it doesn't just sit there. It starts affecting everything: your mindset, your relationships, even your ability to attract success. Ever noticed how a house full of broken objects often feels heavy or draining? That's because they create a subconscious sense of incompleteness and lack. And according to Buddhist wisdom, what you surround yourself with influences your inner state. So the next time someone offers you a damaged gift, whether it's an old figurine, a chipped cup, or a cracked plate, think twice. Because what seems like a small flaw could be carrying the energy of lack and failure straight into your life. But if broken objects can create stagnation, what about gifts that symbolize cutting ties with your luck and relationships? That's where number 8 comes in. 8. Sharp objects. Knives, scissors, blades. A high-quality knife set, a pair of luxury scissors, or even an elegant dagger. These might seem like thoughtful gifts, but in Buddhist and many Eastern traditions, gifting or receiving sharp objects is considered a spiritual mistake. Why? Because sharp objects cut energy. When you receive a knife or scissors as a gift, it symbolically severs the connection between you and the giver. That's why many cultures believe that gifting sharp objects can lead to arguments, misunderstandings, and even broken relationships. Ever noticed friendships or relationships turning sour after exchanging a knife as a gift? This belief isn't just superstition. Psychologists suggest that symbolism plays a powerful role in the subconscious mind. When you introduce an item that represents cutting or division, it can unknowingly create tension and distance. Some traditions try to reverse this by giving a small coin in return, symbolizing a transaction instead of a gift. But here's the real question: why take the risk at all? And if sharp objects can slice through relationships, what about gifts that drain you of your power? That's where number 7 comes in. 7. Empty wallets, purses, or piggy banks. Imagine this. You receive a brand new wallet from a friend or a relative. It looks expensive, stylish, and practical. You're excited to use it. But have you ever wondered what it truly represents? In Buddhist philosophy and feng shui traditions, a wallet isn't just a storage space for money. It's a symbol of wealth energy. It represents your financial flow, your abundance, and your prosperity. Now here's the problem. When someone gifts you a wallet, purse, or piggy bank that is completely empty, they are unintentionally passing on emptiness to you. Think of it like this. Energy flows where intention goes. When you receive an empty wallet, you're subconsciously accepting lack instead of abundance. And if you start using it without first putting some money inside, you might notice financial struggles creeping into your life. Unexpected expenses, a sudden loss of income, or a feeling that no matter how hard you work, money just slips through your fingers. This belief isn't just spiritual, it's deeply psychological. Have you ever felt that when your wallet is empty, you start worrying more about money? That worry becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. Your energy shifts from confidence to scarcity, and before you know it, your financial reality follows suit. That's why, in many cultures, it's a golden rule to never gift an empty wallet. Instead, a small amount of money, a single coin, $1, or even a symbolic note, is placed inside before gifting it. This simple act is believed to set the intention of financial prosperity rather than lack. So the next time someone offers you an empty wallet, think twice before accepting it. Because what seems like a thoughtful gift could be quietly draining your financial luck. But if an empty wallet can impact your prosperity, what about gifts that carry the energy of death and stagnation? That's where number 6 comes in. 6. Clocks and watches. A luxury wristwatch, an antique clock, or even a modern smart timepiece. These are gifts that many people consider thoughtful and valuable. But in Buddhist philosophy, feng shui, and even Chinese traditions, gifting a clock is considered a bad omen. Why? Because clocks represent time, and time is directly connected to life force energy. In many cultures, giving someone a clock is symbolically interpreted as counting down their time, a reminder that time is running out. It's almost like saying, "Here, I'm giving you a measurement of how much life you have left." This is why, in places like China, gifting a clock is associated with death and funerals. The phrase for giving a clock in Mandarin even sounds like attending a funeral, reinforcing the belief that it brings misfortune. But there's another layer to this. Clocks and watches symbolize the passage of time, which can represent stagnation and loss. Have you ever noticed that when a clock stops working, it creates an eerie feeling in a room? That's because energetically, a stopped clock is linked to stalled progress, bad luck, and even death. Here's something even stranger. People who receive watches as gifts sometimes report feeling a sense of urgency, pressure, or even anxiety. That's because timepieces are deeply psychological. They create a subconscious pressure to keep up, to race against time, and in many cases this can lead to increased stress, worry, and even burnout. So if someone ever offers you a clock or a watch as a gift, you might want to politely decline. Because while it may seem like a simple present, it could be setting a countdown on your luck, energy, and even your lifespan. But what if I told you that there's an even darker gift, one that invites spirits, negative entities, and unseen energies into your life? That's where number 5 comes in. 5. Dolls and figurines, especially with human or animal faces. Dolls have been around for centuries, passed down as gifts from generation to generation. They can be beautifully crafted, intricate, and even valuable. But what if I told you that in many cultures, including Buddhist and shamanic traditions, certain dolls and figurines are believed to be spirit vessels? Here's why. Objects that mimic human or animal forms are believed to hold energy. In ancient Buddhist and Japanese traditions, certain dolls were used in rituals to absorb negative spirits or act as placeholders for souls that couldn't move on. And when these objects are gifted, they sometimes carry an energetic imprint from their previous owner or environment. Think about it. How many horror stories have you heard involving haunted dolls? This belief isn't just folklore. Paranormal researchers have documented cases where people experience strange occurrences, unexplained noises, sudden bad luck, or eerie feelings after receiving a doll as a gift. But even if you don't believe in spirits, there's a deeper psychological reason why dolls and figurines can be unsettling. The phenomenon of the uncanny valley explains why human-like objects can trigger discomfort in our subconscious minds. It's why certain old porcelain dolls, carved wooden figures, or even religious statues sometimes give people an eerie feeling. Have you ever felt watched when alone in a room with a doll or a figurine? That's because our brains are wired to detect eyes and faces, even when they aren't real. So before accepting a doll, figurine, or any object that resembles a human or animal face, ask yourself, what energy could this be carrying? Because once it enters your home, it might not just be an innocent decoration. But if a simple doll can carry unseen energy, what about a gift that holds on to the pain and suffering of others? That's where number 4 comes in. 4. Handkerchiefs and used clothes, the silent carriers of suffering. Imagine this. You receive a beautiful silk handkerchief, a stylish scarf, or even a vintage jacket from a friend or family member. It feels special, like a meaningful gesture. But what if I told you that in many traditions, especially Buddhist and feng shui beliefs, gifting or accepting used clothing, especially handkerchiefs, is one of the biggest spiritual mistakes you can make? Why? Because handkerchiefs are associated with tears, suffering, and sorrow. Think about it. What do people use handkerchiefs for? Wiping away tears, sweat, or even sickness. In many Asian cultures, gifting a handkerchief is like handing someone a lifetime of sadness. It's a subconscious message that says, you will need this for your future struggles. And it doesn't just stop at handkerchiefs. Used clothing, especially from unknown sources, carries the energy of its previous owner. Have you ever walked into a thrift store or held an old piece of clothing and suddenly felt an odd sensation, like a heaviness in the air or an unexplained sadness? That's because fabric absorbs energy. Clothes are worn close to the body, soaking up emotions, experiences, and even physical energy. Imagine accepting a jacket from someone who struggled with financial ruin. Could that energy transfer to you? What if you unknowingly accepted a scarf that once belonged to someone who suffered from deep loneliness or heartbreak? There's a reason why Buddhist monks emphasize purification rituals before accepting old items. They understand that everything carries a spiritual fingerprint, sometimes one that isn't meant to be passed on. And here's where it gets even darker. Clothing from the deceased is particularly dangerous. In many traditions, wearing clothes of the dead without a proper cleansing ritual can bring restless spirits into your life. That's why in many cultures, family members burn or purify the clothes of those who have passed, ensuring that their energy does not linger. So before you accept that harmless second-hand gift, ask yourself, What kind of energy am I about to wear? But if clothing can trap past energy, what about a gift that invites negative forces directly into your home? That's where number 3 comes in. 3 mirrors, the gateway to unseen worlds. A beautiful antique mirror, an ornate vanity piece, or even a simple decorative gift. Mirrors are often given as housewarming presents, symbolizing elegance and beauty. But what if I told you that in many Buddhist, Taoist, and shamanic teachings, mirrors are considered portals, gateways to unseen realms that can either protect or trap energy? Here's why. Mirrors don't just reflect your image, they absorb and project energy. In ancient Buddhist and Chinese traditions, mirrors were believed to hold spiritual power. Monks and shamans used them in rituals to trap negative spirits, deflect evil energy, or even communicate with the spiritual realm. But that also means that a mirror, especially one that has been in another home or owned by someone else, could be carrying residual energy from its past environment. Ever walked past an old mirror and felt uneasy, as if something was watching you? That's because mirrors store memories, both physical and spiritual. Many horror stories around the world involve haunted mirrors, where people see shadows, strange reflections, or experience bad luck after bringing them home. Even in psychology, mirrors can trigger the uncanny effect, making people feel observed, leading to paranoia and restlessness. But here's the scariest part. If a mirror cracks or is gifted in a broken state, it is believed to create a fracture in energy, opening a direct channel for misfortune, spirits, or bad omens. That's why in feng shui, people are warned to never keep a broken mirror in their home and to be cautious about mirrors placed in certain positions, like facing the bed or the front door. So if someone ever offers you a mirror as a gift, be extremely careful. You may not know what energies it has absorbed or what past experiences it reflects. But what if a gift doesn't just trap energy, but actually curses the person who receives it? That's where number 2 comes in. 2. Black magic-infected objects, cursed gifts you must never accept. This one is terrifying, but it's very real. Around the world, there have been countless cases of people unknowingly receiving cursed objects, items that have been used in rituals, hexes, or even black magic practices. And the most chilling part: these gifts often come from people you trust. Not everyone gives gifts with good intentions. Some people, whether out of jealousy, revenge, or hidden malice, may gift an item that has been spiritually corrupted. This could be anything. A beautiful piece of jewelry infused with negative intentions. A seemingly innocent statue that has been used in a dark ritual. An object that was taken from a place of tragedy or death. These items often carry a strange energy. People who receive them sometimes report sudden bad luck, unexplained illnesses, or disturbing dreams. Some even claim to feel watched or experience paranormal occurrences after bringing the item into their home. Buddhist monks and spiritual healers have long warned against accepting gifts from people you don't fully trust, especially gifts that feel too convenient, too valuable, or too mysterious. So how do you protect yourself? If you ever receive an object that feels off, trust your intuition. If an item suddenly brings negative events into your life, don't ignore the signs. Many spiritual traditions recommend cleansing rituals to remove any harmful energy, sage burning, salt purification, or even returning the gift to its giver. Because once you accept a cursed item, breaking free from its energy can be far more difficult than you ever imagined. But if cursed objects can bring misfortune, what about a gift that silently controls your life, one that most people have unknowingly accepted? That's where number 1 comes in. 1. Hair, nails, or personal belongings. The most dangerous gift you could ever receive. This is the most terrifying one on the list. A gift that may seem completely innocent, yet carries the power to control your energy, alter your fate, and even bind your soul to another person without your knowledge. In Buddhist and many ancient spiritual traditions, personal items that carry your DNA, like hair, nails, or even used clothing, are the most dangerous objects to give or receive. Why? Because they hold a direct link to your energy, making them powerful tools for spiritual influence, manipulation, and even curses. Here's how it works. Every strand of hair, every nail clipping, every used object you've worn or touched extensively absorbs your essence, your life force. And when these items fall into the wrong hands, they can be used to interfere with your destiny. This is why, in many cultures, people never leave their hairbrushes, fallen strands of hair, or nail clippings exposed. These items have been used for centuries in dark rituals to manipulate energy, cause bad luck, or even bind a person's spirit to someone else. Have you ever heard stories of people who suddenly felt trapped in toxic relationships, experienced unexplained bad luck, or couldn't move forward in life, right after accepting a seemingly small gift? Many spiritual practitioners believe that personal belongings like worn jewelry, used clothing, or even gifted hair accessories can carry unseen attachments, influencing the recipient in ways they may never understand. And it gets even scarier. In some regions, it's believed that hair and nails can be used in rituals to control a person's thoughts, emotions, or even physical well-being. Many cases of sudden illness, emotional instability, or recurring misfortune have been linked to gifted items that contained the DNA of their previous owners. So, if someone offers you a used hairbrush, a hat, a scarf, or any personal item that has absorbed their energy, be extremely cautious. Always cleanse second-hand gifts with salt, sage, or holy water before bringing them into your home. Because once you accept an item that carries someone else's energy, you might also inherit everything they were trying to get rid of. Now, here's the real question. Have you ever unknowingly accepted any of these gifts? What energy are you inviting into your life? Everything in this world carries energy. The objects we keep, the gifts we receive, and the things we surround ourselves with, they all hold a certain vibration. Some bring good fortune, abundance, and happiness. Others silently drain your luck, your relationships, and your peace of mind. Buddhist teachings emphasize mindfulness not just in thoughts and actions, but in the physical world as well. Because what you allow into your space ultimately shapes your reality. So, the next time someone hands you a gift, pause and ask yourself, where did this come from? What energy does it carry? Is this truly a blessing, or could it be a hidden curse? By being aware of the spiritual weight of objects, you can protect your energy, avoid unseen misfortunes, and ensure that only positive vibrations enter your life. Now, here's what I want you to do. Go to the comments and tell me, have you ever received a gift that brought strange or negative energy into your life? I'd love to hear your experiences. And if you found this eye-opening, don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more powerful insights on ancient wisdom and energy protection. Until next time, stay mindful, protect your energy, and choose your gifts wisely.